Why are you crashing? Pillars, I know I haven't touched you in a few. Wait. Nice. All right. Hello, everybody. It is I, your most beloved Marin Margrave, Matilda Portier, or you can just call me Mettie. You may have noticed, if this is not your first time around, that this is a new model, and you might be like, Mettie, weren't you going to do like a whole thing for it? Yes. However, not now. Not today. I don't play Pillars of Eternity. So you do get to see a little bit of my model. I can show it in full later, but maybe later. All right, what we were doing last time, huh? So we are finally in the area of Twin Elms, and there was a tribe in this area that wants to sacrifice a young girl, that way the leader can have his own bloodline continue instead as the leaders of this tribe. However, I decided not to go with that, but I failed because you need an absurdly large amount of... Oh god. I can't remember. I think intelligence or resolve. I wonder... Oh, interesting. I never realized intellect comes with being a godlike. Hi, Lucian! New model? Woo! Thank you. Yes, the new model is finally here. I was considering doing like a proper...
Certainly.
Ah! Loud. I was considering doing like a proper stream for it, but no. Alright. Shit, I'm gonna have to talk to this guy again. I need to see what stats I need. Alright, Simok. I know I'm not gonna be able to beat his ass like I want to. Oh wait, I can ask about the three-tusked Stelgare. I do believe that's related to Heravius. The boldest and the fiercest of the 6 great tribes of Erglanfath. It was... Oh no, it's them. God damn it. Do I want to learn about his tribe? Well, I mean, Stelgares have to do with Heravius because that's his druid form. And you don't get to choose your druid form in Pillars of Eternity, so he doesn't know why that's the case. How are you? I'm tired. I have a bit of a headache, but I'm good overall, I think. I think I genuinely need to actually go on a proper break sometime soon, though, from streaming, because I feel like I keep going like 2 days without streaming, or like 3 days, but I haven't actually properly gone without a week. No, I don't know your timing. Oh, for streaming? I don't have any. My sleep schedule just keeps changing. I want to have a consistent schedule, but who knows? Literally around this time, I woke up yesterday. I have no idea. I have no idea. I need to fix this. I mean, your sleep to catch you. Yeah, no, it's inconsistent. Every single time I go to bed, it's at a different hour. And every time I wake up at a different hour, it's consistently inconsistent. It's just never at a good point. But as it goes. I mean, as long as I can do errands, it's fine. Wait, why is chat over there? Just a second. Move you back up. Oh. Chat. It should be above. What game was I playing where I put it down there? There you go. Alright, so the 3 tusked Stelgare are the bolts and fiercest of the 6 great tribes of Erglanfath. Defend against the Isramorn who came to shore 200 years ago. Always been the border tribe and has always fallen to us to hold a line against the outsiders and invaders. Okay. Heravius leans in with a whispered voice. The way they keep mentioning battles of old, you'd think they're with the 3-tusked martyr tribe. They are indeed fierce, and their history is rife with glorious deeds. I sometimes think they'd fight the other tribes if they didn't have trespassers to hunt. Oh, interesting. Shit. I wonder if I could talk to the girl and see if we could do anything on that end as well. But let me give him the poison again, see what we need. Alright, because intellect 19 is what we do. So 19. And then we need perception 19 or resolve 20. So I think actually we should switch over to do resolve 20. Okay. And we've tried now with an overwhelming defeat to fight this tribe, so let's not do that. So, alright. We have to think about how to gain resolve then. Last time I did intellect. Oh. I know in general, my character has a higher intellect, but a 15 base, meaning we're gonna have to add 5 plus, alright. Let's go into items and see what we can swap around. Torque of Defiance, Concentration, Stonker's Links bonus, Perception plus 3. Ooh, Perception was useful. What does this do? This boost of Resolve. Perception plus 3, though. We could aim for... of Intellect plus 2. I wonder if there's anything I can drink. New introduction. Max endurance. No, it'd have to be a potion. I'm trying to think. Is there any... I don't know who I could have given it from. Plus 5 max endurance, plus 1 might. No, we don't need might. Wait, does a fucking egg give you plus 1 might? Hello? Alright. Carol Golan. No. Ooh, plus 1 perception. Alright. And that's from a vegetable? Let's see if we can... Alright, we got this. Alright, currently with that, my character has... Shit. 13 base? No, we can't go with perception. We have to go with resolve. Okay. Meaning... Resolve. That doesn't do anything. Intellect, reflex, overwhelming wave. X endurance, deflection, perception. Reflex of will, concentration. God damn it. There's gotta be something, anything. Minus 4 resolve? God. Yeah, we're not taking Svef. This is the only time I would consider taking drugs in this game, and no. It's actually the opposite of what I want. Endurance. What food would make you have all of a sudden a greater resolve? Is there anything? I feel like usually drinking makes you a bit more bold as a person, no? Requires 4 lore. Alright, and let's scroll. Plus 20 reflex. Plus 97 endurance. I gotta start using more of these items. I never use quick items. Summon Swamp Lurker. That definitely will help. Plus 1 Constitution. I feel like all these are just going to affect non-resolve. I wonder... Because the first one you can do with intelligence. The second one has to be perception. We could always go talk to the girl he wants to sacrifice and see if we can do anything from her end. Plus 3 perception. Wait. Oh, it's gonna get me addicted though. Alright, I saved though. Alright, maybe perception still is an option. Oh, but we need resolve. We need resolve or intelligence for the first one, and then we need either perception or... Shit. So I can't swap out items that would... Fuck! God, okay. I may not have what I need to pull this off. Man, why don't I have more fucking rings? Alright. Let's head out. Alright. You can only switch quests. But now, after spending this much time on it, I'm determined. Alright, journal. Dragon's Battery. That leads into White March. But that is going to beat my ass if I go there right now. Southern Hearth Song. Where the Fisher Crane's Anamthoth is. Okay. So, let's go and check out Hearth Song, see if we can talk to... She has to have a guardian of some kind where we can talk to them and be like, hey, yeah, Psymuck is trying to poison you, because it might at least give us more, if we do enter combat again, maybe they'd send some people with us to help beat the fuck out of these people. Because sacrificing a child? There's no way in hell I'm going to do that. Today I have, a giant pot of tea, which is black tea, and then I also have, actually I have a small cup of, hot chocolate. Mixed in hot chocolate. I just finished that off. So if you hear, like, clinking and cups from my end, that's just what I'm doing. Then Foth and home. Alright, that's probably that. Celestial sapling is that way. Oh, interesting. I don't know if you have access to it yet. I can't remember what fully, because originally the Twin Elms were completely under lockdown when we came. Unlocked. Is she a baby? Oh my god. An Orlin baby lies in the crib, tiny and dark-furred. Though her eyes are closed with sleep, she squirms under the blanket and nuzzles the pillow. Oh, I can't kill a baby. There's no way. There's no way I could kill that baby. The hearth still smells of freshly cooked game. Grease spatters the blackened bricks. Really? Why were they leaving their baby untended? I mean, they might be standing outside, but couldn't I be able to talk? Alright, so I just have to poison him and succeed. Fuck. What else we got? There's a lot more in this area. Travel to the Northfield Wilderness. Travel to Cragholt and investigate conflict. Go to Hall of Revealed Mysteries in Copper. Oh, that's right. We can go back to Defiance Bay finally. Find a druid who knows more about the Autumn Stelgear. Alright, so that's the type of Stelgear we're looking for. The Autumn Stelgear. Bring the spark to Firga. Okay. Ednua, find Gabranos. Who's Gabranos? Oh! It's for Kanarua. Alright. Tasks. Deliver missive. Oh, that's right. They should be staying at the Celestial Sapling, an inn located within Twin Elms. Oh, it's an inn! Alright, this should be down here, no? The map said it was, Wait. Marla, that Glenfathen witch sold me useless twigs and herbs. She take me for a fool. Oh! It is for a quest. She'll pay! That witch, she'll... Fuming with anger and pacing in tiny circles, the villain merchant aims his wild rant at you as you approach. You there! Have you come here to trade with the savages? Learn from my example and take your business elsewhere. Spittle accents his every sentence. Liars! Cheats! Swindlers! A duplicitous bitch or Larthy. She claimed to be selling a Lartgola flower buds, but now I have is 6 bushels of common house plants. The herbs are useless. He throws a handful of dried plants to the ground, stomping on the brittle stems and leaves, picking up pungent, savory scents. I'll get my money back from that swindling savage. Huh? What do you have for sale? That's the funniest thing. What did Alarhi say when you confronted her? Nothing of substance, he quickly mutters. She defended herself, of course, saying the herbs were legitimate. Why wouldn't she lie? No one will take my word over hers. He spits on the ground. Alarhi can lie with impunity when surrounded by her gangs of savage thugs. What is Alargola? Renato's rage abates for a moment, and his face twists into a nervous smile. Alargola is a plant that grows in the jungles of Erglanfath. He clears his throat, lowering his voice. When dried and consumed, or brewed into a tea, it's known to enhance one's drives for the better pleasures in life. Ah, you tested this remedy on yourself? Well, Renato fidgets in place, his hand smoothing the creases in his tunic. How can I sell a remedy I have not tested? Of course I tried the herb. Imagine what would happen if I peddled this pale imitation. Renato clears his throat. His voice grows quiet. The herb did not have its intended effect. The only thing made it... the thing it made her was not vomiting. Oh my god. What do you intend to do about this, Renato? When I get my hands on... Renato halts his sentence, his eyes darting about at the nearby Glenfathan guards. I'm in the savage's home court, so it's my word against hers. Where does that leave me? I'd be a fool to threaten her, here, on tribal soil. He sighs, pressing on his temples. I cannot sell this worthless herb to recover my coin, and I am powerless to confront Alarhi. I don't suppose. He looks at you, sizing you up. If you were willing to mediate, perhaps you could succeed where I had failed. I would, of course, pay you handsome for your trouble. Okay. I'll see what I can do, sure. Woo! It over. Oh, celestial sapling. Looks like we have to go up. I wonder if it's like in a tree or on a cliff. This inn we're heading to. Estramor, welcome, behave, be merry. Alright, I will. Well, I'll try to behave. I mean, what's going into a bar without causing a little trouble, you know what I mean? The unusual stone pulses with warmth. Antelope companion. Goodbye passage to the Republics. You're talking about frightened villager? This man looks sharply as you approach. You're the one he's looking for. He sets down his wine. You killed Lord Redrick. What if I did? So what? No. You don't understand. It didn't work. What? One of the guards of the keep was one of the guards. He killed most of them. The ones you didn't. Kolsch, he didn't last very long? Nothing but empty air? Much nicer, but I didn't help when Redrick come back. God's screaming. God damn it! Alright, we gotta go back and kill Redrick. His eyes. It was like he was burning inside. He shudders. He says he's come back to lead us, like before. Says he's gonna kill you for what you've done. I told him I'd find you, give you his challenge. Do it all honorable, that sort of thing. He let me go, and I kept on running as far as my coin let me. He laughs bleakly. Funny, me running into you anyhow. And what's your stake in all this? What? Nothing. I don't mean to go back there as long as I live. I figure I'll find work here in Twin Elms somewhere, even if I have to guard some hut dwellers' goats or something. Until then, I plan to drink until I don't remember any of what happened. Good luck to you. There's something awful out there howling after your blood. Hey, I mean, it's not uncommon for things to be howling after my blood. Really common. Alright. Elitharion. Haggard shoes. That's a cool name. Elitharion? I like it.
How do you do?
How do you do? A middle-aged elven man stands behind the counter of the inn. He has a warm, open face and smiles pleasantly in greeting you as you approach. Welcome, welcome. I'm always glad to see a new face. Take a seat where you'd like, my friend. It seems to me you've walked a long road. All are welcome here, and those with interesting stories are most welcome of all. Ooh, well, I'm sure bound to have a lot of stories. I've been doing way too much of this damn game. Ooh, wait, I want to see what the rooms look like here. Of course! Something with a nice view, yes? Resolve plus survival. Plus 2 resolve? Wait. We're taking that room. Plus 2 resolve. Wait. I think that gets me to 19. That's not gonna be enough. We just need one more. We just need one more. Resolve, and we'll be able to go back and do that quest. Alright, fuck, I don't have any. Maybe there's food. Maybe there's food. Maybe a nice warm
Hail,
steak
traveler.
or sandwich? Alright, what do you have, Jail? Spirit spiral? Grants a whisper of treason. Interesting. Alright. Endurance, constitution, perception. Oh, what? No.
Good day to you.
No. Alright. Okay. Am I? Wait, are they louder in this game than I am? Alright, just a second. Dixon beef loaf, might, endurance. Armor spread, might. Endurance, dexterity. I don't think you're gonna have anything that boosts resolves. I feel like that's probably the most difficult thing to boost. Constitution, endurance, constitution, move speed. And I don't need any camping supplies. Fuck. All right. Well, at least now we know that we can get an extra buff here. We just need one more point. Probably gonna need to find an artifact. Ideally a ring of some kind. Well, I wouldn't be against a nice pair of boots, though. Don't get me wrong on that. Alright, we're looking for somebody to give this letter to. Have a moment. I would like to have a word with you.
Gods keep you.
Oh, it's a woman. A slender woman in dusty leathers locks eyes with you. It's good to see someone from more civilized lands around here. Her unkempt hair sprouts in wavy black tufts, despite the fine features that sculpt her face. A cleft chin completes her boyish appearance. Oh, that's cool. I'm learning firsthand the many shortcomings of Glenfathan hospitality. Her gloved hands come to rest on the pommel of a long estoc cinched low on her hip. I can almost forgive the hostility towards outsiders, but the tempered taverns and these watered-down drinks, they're inexcusable. I hope I don't seem too forward, but I need to help my friends, and you look like the right person for the job. A sly smile carves a dimple on her cheek, which is to say, you're not Glenfathan, making you the closest thing I've got to an ally in this paranoid land. She gives you a coquettish sideways glance. And allies, well, they help each other, do they not? What help do you need? I'm not gonna sign up right away, Gwyneth. My friends have drawn some unwanted attention. Gwyneth looks to both sides, scanning for uninvited listeners. Glenfathan scouts, not just any mob of local zealots, the Fangs! She pauses to let the name settle in the air. The Fangs are a brutal, relentless bunch, eager to make an example of troublesome outsiders. As for why I need your help, her smile widens as she speaks. I need someone to warn the expedition that trouble is coming. And I need someone ready to fight if it comes to that. She taps her hand on the pommel of her estoc. With any luck, we'll reach my friends before the Fangs do, but if not, the Fangs have a reputation to uphold, so this might require spilling blood. Why aren't you with the rest of your friends? Why not warn them yourself? Her posture stiffens at the question. It was my turn to handle Far Patrol. I spotted the Fangs on my trek back to camp. I knew that rejoining the main group would risk leading the enemy right back to the expedition. I know the woods and I know how to stay quiet, But I didn't want to stake my friends' lives on my ability to sneak past expert hunters like the Fangs. If they noticed me warning my friends, we would have been overrun. Gwyneth tilts her head to the side and points to you with a grin. But if they notice me and some reinforcements, like you say you, well, at least then we can scare them off. We'll put up a good fight. Interesting. Now, what the hell did your friends do to draw the attention of the Fangs, though? Just think in their Glandfath is a good way to offend the tribes. I don't know how they picked up our trail. I suspect one of... I don't know. I don't know if I trust Gwyneth. Something about her seems suspicious to me. I suspect one of our newer scouts didn't cover her tracks well enough when I spotted the Fangs that were retracting a path the expedition had taken days before. Tell me more about your expedition. Why the hell are you doing this? I like to think we're on a mission of reclamation. Gwyneth darts a shrewd smile. She's smiling a lot. Why does she keep doing that? It is said that our armies left behind many valuables in their hasty retreat from our Glandfath at the end of the War of the Black Trees. So, the way I see it, we're simply gathering up what our ancestors left behind. I doubt the Glandfathans agree with me on this, she adds with a dimpled grin. Interesting. My expedition set out from Defiance Bay, heading eastly, directly east to cross our Glandfathan lands. I split off once we arrived at the Bale, a natural frontier between our nations. The plan was for me to keep my eyes on the Glandfathans while the main group scoured the target area. For days we eluded them. She walks her fingers over the back of her leather glove, leaving a trail on its dusty surface. But the Fangs got wise to her presence. Your friends are trespassing. By local custom, they're criminals. I don't want to piss off the fucking Twin Elms or the Glandfathans. I'm barely allowed to be here. And like, I understand wanting like artifacts, especially if they're related to your ancestors. Oh god, what she just said, I just saw briefly. Gwyneth frowns and blinks at you several times. You'll forgive me if I'm not sympathetic with face painters and their barbaric laws. I'm not pretending that what we're doing is noble. I just don't believe trespassing is a crime that warrants execution. My desire to do side quests is large, but not now. I'm busy, perhaps another time. But time is for the S. She puts a gloved finger to her mouth and stops herself. I understand your apprehension, but I hope you will reconsider, and soon. She nods to you and turns away. You know, I don't know if I want to help you. Don't be assholes to their Glandfathans. Why does that person not have a real name, but this one does? Alright, silent. Okay. Alright, we're looking for somebody to give this letter to. I'll do more for Glandfath and the people in it, and then maybe I will help her out with that. But I don't want to make enemies. I mean, that's the thing too, is that our own companion, Hiravius is... Oh, this was him. Oh, no, there's more. Monks. But of what religion? Wait. I have a quest where I'm supposed to find somebody here to deliver a letter.
Hail and well met.
The monk massages his temples, his face buried in his palm. As you approach, he looks up.
This room needs a proper door,
He mutters.
My brothers and I have rented this space that we may have some measure of privacy in this foreign land. Perhaps you could find another room here in the inn.
I met another monk in robes like your own. He died of his wounds right as I found him. The monk's eyes widen, his fists curl in a crackling barrage of popping joints.
Robes like ours, you say? Was he carrying anything? Did he tell you anything? Hand you anything? Please, we've been waiting for another of our order to meet us here, and if you found him!
All eyes fall to the floor as the monks begin to whisper chants in unison to their fallen friend. I have a feeling that this missive is not good. However, I did say I wasn't going to look at the message. Fuck. Alright. Show him the message. He gave me this missive.
Hand me that.
The monk exclaims as he snatches the missive from your grasp. Almost immediately, his face turns red.
I mean, please. This is of great importance.
Breaking the seals, the monk unrolls the handwritten scroll contained with the, and quickly reads the message. Archmartyr? Oh no. They must be monks of the leaden seal. Fuck! We now have what we need. Oh, I think I made a mistake. Fuck.
Thank you, stranger.
The monk says, holding his hands in front of him as he bows deeply.
Your honest soul is to be applauded. Admit I was surprised when you handed me the message. I expected the seals to be broken.
The monk turns red, his face smiling for the first time.
I'm glad to see common decency is not yet lost from this world.
He reaches into the folds of his robes.
Here, your honesty must be rewarded.
I mean, at least I got more honest reputation, but god damn it. I did say that was what I was gonna do. I was going to choose to be a very generous and a very honest person, so. Alright. Lavender and Lye added. The quest expires in 3 days? Well, what's going on now? On a remote island in the Deadfire Archipelago. Oh! Wait. Tama? No. It couldn't be. It literally could not be the same character. I was like. Because in the most recent Pillars of Eternity game is Avowed, and one of your companions, Kai, he had a thing with a Aomala named Tama, I do believe. But that's way more in the future. Maybe an ancestor of Tama's. That just really, because Deadfire Archipelago is also where I do believe it is. Huh. Sorry, that just like all of a sudden I just got like flashes to like, I had like a, I had like a recap almost play in my head of playing Avowed. Alright. On a remote island in the Deadfire Archipelago, the famed apothecary Tama Watua creates potions and unguents that are renowned from Nasatok to the southern edges of the Eastern Reach. He boasts that the secret to his success is his location within the archipelago, from which he has access not only to a huge array of native creatures and plants, but also to merchants traveling from all the settled parts of the world. Lately, Tama's home and laboratory have come under attack by pirates, forcing him to flee from island to island almost every day. The apothecary's clients and Tama's many children have pled with the pirates to stop their pursuit. Receiving no sympathy from the pirates and no help from the mainlanders' rows of abbots, they've returned to mercenaries in the Eastern Reach for help. What are you busy with, Aloth? Oh, Lord Sidrock, I see. Well, Kana, do it. I don't know who would be the best suit for that, but, I mean, Kana at the very least is of Aomala's culture, so it might be more comfortable. Maybe he knows some more of the customs, and he's also, he's well-read, so he'd know how to handle the Deadfire Archipelago and things related to it probably the most. I mean, I feel like most of the people that are our companions are limited to mostly knowing things about this area. Aloth may be a little bit more read on it, but even then... he may be good with magic, but it doesn't seem like he actually knows much of this world to a certain extent. Old Sun District. Earthsong Market. Alright, in all honesty, I actually want to go back to Defiance Bay. I want to see what it's like right now. And also, there's a few quests I can finish by doing that. So... I'm gonna go out this way. Oh. Last time we were at Defiance Bay, it was on fire. And the Duke had just been killed. But we have a few quests. There's the Priestess of Magrin. Then there is the Keepers of like a While. Alright, First Fires is where I do believe we can find the woman who is a Priestess of Magran. Should be in like the Duke's area, so I wanna check it out. I forgot
Before I knew it, the Stelgar was on top of me, and I was face down in the dirt.
Arrow to the throat. That stops him.
What? No! I was spirit shifted, and she was in heat, so I aimed for the throat, but not with an arrow.
Oh my fucking god. When I entered into this area, I wasn't expecting to get something... You know what? Oh god. Druids are so fascinating to me because they really do venture into controversial territory sometimes. Oh my god. I remember when Baldur's Gate 3 came out and they like talked about the when they showed the bear scene and hinted at it. Oh my god. To each their own, I suppose. I mean, it's fictional. I don't know. Alright, Fjerga.
Welcome.
Her hair is unkempt, and her eyes hollow with sleeplessness. I'm afraid we're out of bandages and ointments, but the doors will remain open for any who seek guidance at our sanctuary. Present the burning stone. I journeyed to Searing Falls myself. This is what I found there. She takes the stone in her hands and gasps, "By the flame! Do you know what this is?" It's a fragment of the Godhammer bomb. Yes. She turns it in her hands, the very weapon that Margaret herself helped us build to defeat Whitewind in the Saints' War. She turns the stone in her hand, gazing into its bright glow. It's weird, seeing it right in front of you like that. Before it was just stories. Never seemed real. Yet her mouth twists into a frown, and the orange light carves deep shadows across her face. So why don't I feel it any differently? What good does this do? Her knuckles whiten as she tightens her fingers around the stone. Ooh. There's 3 options. You hold part of a weapon designed by a god. The very existence of such a thing should fill you with awe. Ooh, I like the second one. Magran is the goddess of trials, and yet you sent me to pursue the vision she gave to you. You proved yourself faithless. I think that's the truest one. I think that's the most honest one. I think that is the truest one. If you're following a goddess of trial, why would you send somebody else after it? You know? Yeah, we're going with that one. Magran is the goddess of trials, and yet you sent me to pursue the vision she gave to you. You proved yourself faithless. Her expression cracks in anguish. Was it a test, or just evidence of what Magran already knew? She tucks the rocks away. I think as expected, but I kept hoping for a different answer. 6,006 experience is such a funny number. I don't think I've ever seen that number before. Everyone's trials comes. There is no avoiding it. To avoid it is to fail it. Her weakness shows plain as the relics glow. She may have worn the robes of Magran, but she never followed her. Lost in the darkness, this one. Don't not forget what it looks like. I'm struggling with voices today. I'm like slipping all over the place. She looks sadly at the empty-handed statue. This is the true burden of faith. Not a goddess's challenge, but her absence, her silence, or the answer that reveals your own hollow conviction. She folds her hands in front of her. Oh, wait, I kept doing the voice. It will take weeks to appoint a suitable successor. In the meantime, I'll serve the people the best I can. She sighs again. Wait here a moment. She disappears and quickly returns with something in her hands. I'm no longer fit to wield this. Perhaps it can serve you. Besides, I do owe you some thanks for the service you performed. Thank you. Farewell. Yeah, you should have found it yourself. I'm glad that Durance also agreed with me because that's also the goddess he follows. So he would know better than anybody. But why are there two? Nothing new to report? Okay. What was that? Lord Bernwigar? A cruel ruler from the north has arrived at my stronghold. He hopes to gain an audience with you concerning a local rebellion. Oh, god damn it. When was that? What day was that? 14th of Funastu and 2... I don't know what that means. I gotta actually lock in. At one point I gotta actually... You know what all the months are, like what all the time is. I know that a day doesn't go for as long as a normal day. Alright, Valiant Embassy. Crucible Keep, no. It's in Copper Lane where Wiles stuff is. Alright, poured myself some tea. Gonna be drinking that. And my headache is killing me something fierce. I might cut this down to a 2-hour stream just to play it safe. Also, there is a part of me that wants to search up and see what can give you resolve, even if it's just temporary resolve. Alright, that was our prestigious visitor that just left our stronghold, but I should go and back to it. Alright, the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. I gotta go talk to her. Supposedly they got a while, which is about, like, mysteries and stuff. I was supposed to retrieve a scroll for the, archives dedicated to him, but he's like, no, shit is meant to be lost. Like, I'm supposed to be mysterious, sitting in a place where I can be found. It's boring as fuck. So, yeah. I mean, obviously not like that, but, like, it's the gist of it. I'm not quoting that god by verbatim. I don't think he cares. Vexa, was that her? Probably. I mean, she looks important. Alright. Nar, must be Grimda. Who the fuck is that? Scrivener, okay. Scrivener, okay. Scrivener, oh, Priest of Wile, okay. Scrivener, okay. Priest of Wile, okay. Oh, there's Grimda.
Good day to you.
Good day to you. Deep lines are carved around her frown. Only Wile understands what madness possesses Kith. We're lucky those fools didn't burn this entire place down. Oh, an animator named Nedin asked me to retrieve the theorems of Pangram from the Elder Archives. Grimda's impressive frown deepens. Oh. Well, it's an honest reputation. I did not realize I was going to end the quest right there. I forgot that was even a quest. Thank you for letting me know. I'll be sure to tuck that tongue away from prying eyes and see that this Nedin never sets foot in here again. In the meantime, here, a token of our appreciation. Alright, I found the scroll. What? No! I was supposed to throw this somewhere or do something else with it. Fuck. Ah, let me see it. Grimda rubs her hands together. They sound like two sheets of dried parchment. God damn it, I pissed off a god. That's not good. She takes the scroll and turns it in her hands. Yes, indeed. Her fingers trace the paper with surprising gentleness. You've done well. She presents you with a folded section of fabric. Wile is both keeper and discoverer of secrets. May this hood aid you in revealing what is obscured and keep you hidden from those who wish you harm. Ooh, footpad's hood. Ooh. You find a key in your palm. Oh, god damn it. If I did this first, I could have gotten the book. Aww. Alright, whatever. And now I got the Elder Archives. Okay. The fuck are the Elder Archives? Do they have any books that are gonna boost? Or is this just the Elder Archives? Yeah, I think just this whole thing might be Elder Archives. Okay. Not stealing. Why is that stealing? She just said, alright, maybe not here. That's stealing? Is this? Oh. This. Why can't I look at, like, the normal books? Why do I have to... Why is it only here? I can... Wait, not even here. What? She said I could take whatever. Oh, that's long. If I didn't have a headache, I probably would have read the whole thing. See, that's the problem. Why do I have to be sickly when I wish to read? Well, shit. Alright, is there anything else I should do here? Bounties. Talk to Alarhi in Hearthsong Market. That's back in Twin Elms. Whew. Find an Adra Arch at the Elm Shore and saw another vision. Sitting in a forest surrounded by blackened trees and crumbling ruins. Alright. Alright. So that is it for Defiance Bay. I had 3 quests. I ended up accidentally finishing one without even realizing it. Which sucks. I mean, it's fine. I mean, honest is like what I was aiming for, so whatever. I'm too used to playing games where I like being a lying and a cheating asshole, I guess. But, as it goes. On my time off, I've been playing, some Red Dead Redemption 2. And while, like, having high honor is useful, I mean, like, you're playing as an outlaw in the West. It's just how that goes. I've been having a lot of fun with it, though. I really like the original Red Dead, and I also really enjoyed Undead Nightmare version of it. Alright. I'm going in here to see if there's any
Good day,
food that
stranger.
this resolve. Ah yes, refreshments, a poleaxe. Are these all just things I've sold him? Oh, there you go. Looking. I don't think there's gonna be anything that boosts resolve. I think resolve's the most difficult thing to boost. Only intelligence could get me all the way through. Alright. What I'm going to have to do... Where is that? Oh, there. I am going to do a little bit of finding help. I'm going to search up how you can boost resolve. Alright. Items that boost resolve. Pillars of Eternity. Let's see. Alright, already they're showing me things from White March. Fuck you. Oh, great. You know when you go on, like, a wiki when it's, like... Alright, Equipment, there we go. Alright. Braces of Enduring. Where do you find that? Where do you find that? Random blue items spawning in various locations? Fuck you. Actually, that's not too bad. I just have to keep looting shit. Cloak of the accurate. No, no, no. I don't want a cloak. I need like a belt. Confathen Ozdraswin. No. Snurf's Folly? Hello? Where the fuck do you get that? Where do you find that? Admeth sold by Solnil in Admeth's Den? Copper Lane? Okay. Alright, let's... Wait, we're actually in Copper Lane. Solnild in Admeth's Den. Alright. Admeth's Den. Is that one of the street stalls? Or is that a place you can go into? Oh, it is! Well, shit. I don't know if they're alive anymore, actually, because I backed the other group. Shit. Well, that might be a fucking bust. That sucks. Hopefully, I mean, coin is coin no matter where you go. If somebody's from a different faction, you're still, like, profiting off of it. Alright. Mercenary, mercenary, mercenary. Went on? No. Where's Solnild? If I was a guy named Solnild, where would I be? Ostrich? Probably not in this area. Maybe in the back rooms over here? Maybe. I don't fucking know. Solnild. Oh, probably here. Woo! Can I buy something? I don't want to be on a good side of him. I literally fucking hate the Dillons. There's never a fucking world where I'm going to side with them. God damn it. Alright. So that was Snurf's Folly. Head doesn't work because I'm godlike. The Ring of
I always
Wonder.
assumed Glonfathens preferred traditional weaponry. Yet you seem uneasy with the bow.
Oh, I was a great shot when I had 2 eyes. I'm much worse now. It's hard for me to judge distances.
Well, you have the luxury of being able to catch dinner without the need of a bow.
Exactly. Why aren't more women complimenting me on that?
I didn't expect Tagani and Haravius to have so much good banter. Oh my god. Alright. I found another one I'm gonna check out. It's by the Valiant Trading Company and Andra's Gift. Okay. Oh my god, that's good. Honestly, it's good just walk around Defiance Bay just to hear my companions chatting. Oh, I can level up Haravius, Durance, and I. Oh my. I'll have to do that soon. But first, I just want one little ring so I can poison a man who's planning on fucking killing a baby. God, that's fucked up. You're in the ghost town that's completely outlawed. You're not allowed to kill babies. It's just it's straight to the gallows. There's like there's no debate about it. Alright, so by Cartugo, beside the Valiant Trading Company. Alright. What the fuck? Oh. There we go. Cartugo, huh? It's called the Ring of Wonder. Cool. Cartugo.
Well met, friend.
Can I have the ring you have? There you go. Belt of the Stelgare. Actually, while I'm here... Well, I already have plus 2 resolve. That's kind of worthless to me. I thought it was way better than I thought. Because, well, I mean, it would have been good if I didn't already have anything like it. Only usable by Druid. Grants Wild Strike burn on Spirit Shift. Okay. Buy that. I mean, we do have a Druid, and barely anybody has a fucking belt. This is a beltless party, I guess. That's amazing. How do you keep your pants up? Belt. That beagle looks so... That beagle looks so fucking funny, dude. Alright. There we go. Wow. totally not like I ran all over the fucking place trying several different things to get this effect. Wait, where's the ring? Where's the ring? There it is. Freedom, pierce proofed. Alright, now we can go back and poison that son of a bitch. Hi, Patches! Welcome in! I hope you're doing well. Yo, short hair looking crazy good. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I've been also working on a variation of this model that's more based on me, like, canonically in the past. That is, 1500, so there's, like, medieval design to it. Then I go back to having long hair, but it's tied back in a bun. I'm excited for when that's released, but I'm gonna... That's the plus of drawing your own models, is you can just keep making them. And then just use them whenever. Alright, let's go back to Elm's Reach. Let's poison this son of a bitch. Wait. Before I go there, there's some bastard at Kednua who needs help. But yeah, there's more to this model than just this, but not too much. I mean, there's full body. I have a sword. I have a...
Well done. A formidable fortress in the old style. We don't build them like this anymore, you know. Not by the sea. Too vulnerable to cannons.
I think that Pelagina is the first person to ever actually compliment Kednua, my fortress. That is awesome. I love her. All right, I guess we'll have to deal with this nobleman. If he's still fucking here. I've been running around for days all over the damn place. Who knows? Being a lord of a keep while also being an adventurer, not the greatest. Oh, there he is. Lord Bernwigar.
I've heard a lot about you, Lady Mattie. You seem like a woman who knows how to get results. I have a matter I'd like to discuss with you, if you'll hear me out.
I would urge caution, my lady. Lord Bernwigar has gained a reputation as a man of brutal temperament. Some would call him cruel. Okay, thank you, Steward. Alright, let's hear him out. We'll be on guard. Can I torture your lord duties often? Yeah, I'm too busy adventuring. The ghost town sometimes has to be on hold because I'm too busy adventuring and running around. My spirit pig just falling. It's so funny.
As the ruler of Kednua, I'm sure you've seen your share of troublemakers. People determined to tear you down so you can share in their misery. I've had a few incidents on my land. Rabble-rousing peasants, you see. Shameful as it is, they've gotten somewhat out of hand. Refusing to work, threatening any guards, spouting this nonsense about unfair treatment. It's not as if I don't pay them. In any case, I fear they won't back down. The situation will only get worse if I don't put an end to it.
How are you guys? I'm good. I have a headache, so this will be a shorter stream, but I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited to finally use this model. It's been sitting around for a while. So I'm happy about it, and I'm happy to play more Pillars of Eternity. I love this game. I hope you've been doing well, Patches. I hope things have been going well in your life and on your end as well.
Things may get a little messy. I thought it'd be best to consult you on this matter first.
What exactly have these peasants been saying?
Oh, the usual.
Bernwigar folds his arms.
That they don't enjoy the benefits of their labor. That they are treated too harshly. They're lazy, my lady, that is all.
There is power in mercy, Lord Bernwigar. Treat the people fairly, and they'll be happy to work for you. Every single time that you treat your employees well, and you give them proper benefits, everything works better. It's just continuously proven time and time again. Just be kind to people. Life's lifing, but I'm pushing through and having a good day. Hell yeah, Patches. That's what I like to hear. Ah, yeah. Lord Bernwigar, please, fucking merciful, dude.
It seems like a soft approach.
Berlingar's nose wrinkles.
They'll think themselves victorious.
Consider it a test of your understanding. You'd be better to speak with your people than to react with violence.
Without people, you've nothing to rule over but rocks and trees. Try showing at least a little respect. I like the first one. The first one feels like it would. The second one is too rude. He might reject it entirely. The third one, he's not going to change any of his ways. Yeah, let's do one. Consider a test of your understanding. You can do better than to speak with your people than to react with violence. Berengar sounds decidedly unconvinced.
Yes, well, I do appreciate the time you've taken to speak with me, my lady. I shall return home to think upon the matter.
I don't think it will be able to change him. If he's beating people, it's not good. Yeah, Lucian, this month has been, like, October was incredibly harsh on Lucian. I feel so bad for him. He's been struggling a bit. That's okay. November's gonna be a great month. I'm gonna make it happen. I believe. November's gonna be the month for you, Lucian. I believe. It's gonna be really, really good.
Amazing. You could fit a whole village in here.
Oh, it's Pelagina and Sigourney that compliment. Nice. Alright, let's level up before I get to do this. I forget Haravis is missing an ear as well. Okay. Survival. Greater Wild Strike Road? On a second level spell, that's nice. Brother's Wounding Shot? Veteran's Recovery. By adopting the strict discipline of a fighter, the character is able to pace themselves in combat, suddenly regaining endurance over time. That's actually everything. I'm taking that. It's okay, I got you as my other brother now. I'm sure everything will be fine now. Even if it isn't, I'm gonna be there for you, okay? Life is gonna kick you around a little bit, but we're gonna do everything we can to make it better. And I'm here for you, okay? Let me know if you ever need anything. You got me too. I'll be pepperling in your shirt pocket, Lucian. Hell yeah. Betches is there for you as well. Got people looking out for you, Lucian. And even if the world can be a nightmare, that's the best thing you can have. Brilliant Radiance. Interdiction. Oh, that's good. Daces any enemies in the area of effect? That's nice. Is there anything that's passive, though? Because I'm gonna forget to use it. Novice's Suffering? Passive? The character has learned a portion of intense pain tolerance and spiritual power that monks possess. There are an armed attack do increased damage? No. Oh, this is... Allows the character to imitate a brutal opportunistic strikes of a rogue sneak attack. Oh, we could do bonus 4th level spell. That's good. I mean, we're mostly using him as a caster, so 4th level spell is nice. And it unlocks Litany against minor afflictions. Grant a single ally temporary immunity to blind and confused, dazed, distracted, frightened, hobble prone, sickened, and stuck affliction. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's very good. Yeah, in the past year, I've relearned not letting things affect me. Not let my brain overthink to the max, so since back then, much is better now. Hell yeah. It's amazing how much the best thing you can do is try your best to get better at taking things in stride, just going with the flow. Life is going to be a nightmare. It's going to be easy to overthink, to worry, to fret. And there's reasons to worry and fret, right? But the more you can just take it easy, try and not let anything bother you for too much, and just trying to heal the parts of you that creates that response too, right? It's not an easy thing to work on, but it's finding peace within yourself regarding things that trouble you, that ail you, and be like, you know, it's fine. I'll be okay. It'll be okay. Life will keep lifing, you know? But, ooh, it can be difficult. Alright, we've done what we needed in Kenua. Oh, we're gonna go poison that bastard. Oh, yeah. It's funny, the last two quests have been, like, honest to a fault, and now it's like, oh yeah, let's lie to this bastard and poison him. A distant relative of Nerid has arrived in the stronghold requesting to be freed in exchange for coin? No! Huh? Quest? A Glunfathan woman stares the ground. Her bushy eyebrows frown in a straight line. I mean, you're honestly lying to him. I mean, to save a baby. I mean, is it really lying? If you're feeding somebody a poison and you're telling him that it's not a poison, you know what I mean? Never before has a man slipped past with so much ease. A dark sign. Me? An elfin man waves his hand in an arc over the ground. It has come to pass. At the end of the motion, his long fingers close into a fist. We could have not have foreseen it. The Lemgen could not either.
Estremor.
Oh! The woman shakes her head. And what was that? Tell us. She notices you, her thick eyebrows arching in surprise. Estremor, excuse us. We are not used to your kind here, under the great trees. If we can assist you, we will. Tell me about this man you speak of. Oh, wait, not me. Nah, you're just testing your trust. And they passed. Figuratively and literally. In like 3 minutes. Tell me about the man you speak of. Not Glunfathan. Broke into the tower. Here in Elm's Reach. Nobody saw him come. Not even the Lemgen. He moved in silence, like a Stilgare in the shadows. Our hunters caught no scent until it was too late. But we heard the stones crack when he stepped inside Tir Evran. Doggone when I say this. Oh, it must be the leader of the Leaden Key. That has to be it. Dlemgun. What are they? They're like the tree people, yeah? They're like druids. I mean, not druids. What is it called? There's another word for Dlemgun. Spriggan. It's kind of similar to Spriggans. Dlemgun, what are they? They're ancient children of the ancient elves. Our people have lived with the two sisters in peace until we arrived hundreds of years ago. The Lemgen call us friends. We call them our own kin. Our protection, their wisdom. Together we share a strong bond. They have always lived under the shadow of the great elms. Walk until you cross the stream, and there you'll find the Lemgen sisters. Alright, goodbye. Ooh, the assassin at large. Alright, maybe it isn't him. Alright, let's go poison this man. I've tried poisoning him now, I think, 3 times. I've tried killing him about 4 times, or maybe 5 times. Total, not including poisoning. But this time, actually I should save. I have not been saving at all. I think this is the first time I have saved, and that is not good. This game is definitely one where you should just be saving every single moment. I'm gonna be like, Maddie, you haven't been quick saving? I don't remember the button. I always forget. Alright. Here's the potion you asked for, Slimelock. He looks from the vial in your hand back to you. Something's wrong. His eyes narrow. What are you trying to give me? This is the essence potion you asked for. Send for Wirta if you doubt it. He reaches out with a hand gnarled by age and battle. He clutches the vial close to one faded blue eye. To my tribe. What do you mean resolve though? Wait. You gotta remember to save, sir. But low-key, I never saved. If autosave wasn't a thing, I'd be crying. Oh god. This game autosaves a little bit, but not to the point that you have to redo a large section, unfortunately. What is happening? Is it because my sleeping wore off? Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. So, that's a problem. I spent so long trying to find a ring to put on that would boost my resolve, but that's not how this game works. Wait, actually, wait. Yeah. It only takes one of the items you have equipped. You have to find another way to boost it. Meaning we need some sort of... We need something to consume. Shit. Fuck! Alright. Well... If only we could send Durance in. God damn it. Oh... Well, shit. Well, looks like we're fighting for our goddamn life again. You know what? This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. We're going to do one combat against him again.
Yes?
Ugh.
What?
Ready,
What?
Watcher.
Hey,
Hi, Apollo. A nice model. Thank you. It is my new one. That has been like a flashy thing for it. I'm working on it. All right. Shit. Honestly, I feel like everybody should move forward into this area. Oh, Itumak's on its own though. And then let's kill whatever we can right away. Durance, let's have you do consecrated ground that'll start healing people. Heravius, let's focus on doing dancing bolts. We'll do a huge. Maybe we should focus on doing these. This is gonna take up most of them. Love your hair? Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
What?
Yeah, I want to go with some shorter hair this time.
I'm
Because,
ready.
strangely enough,
Ready,
I have
Watcher.
had people mistake me for a woman before, which I think is strange, so. Having shorter hair and then also making sure to add in my Adam's apple. That way people are a little bit more in the know.
hey.
Alright, knock down. A deer, knock that down. We're gonna have to really focus. Oh, this is actually not that good of a setup. Pelagina Sagani? Oh, Kana would make a huge difference. So let's focus. Alright, that's not bad.
Oh?
I'm not looking good immediately. That's not good. I love both hairs of yours. Thank you.
Need something?
I like switching around with my hairs.
What?
My hairstyles. I think it's fun. But there's so many cool ass hairstyles you can have. Itumak's fighting for his life right now. Poor dog. Poor fox, I should say. Oh, fuck.
Hey.
Alright. We could do another knockdown. No, he should be down this one, the warrioress. Heravis, how the fuck are you all the way over there? What the hell? What are you doing? Oh, gods. Oh, gods. Oh, fuck. Alright, Stilgar. That Stilgar is almost dead. Simok, for some reason, doesn't have any health right now, but he's still up for some reason. He should be dead. I fed him poison. What the hell?
Ready, Watcher.
Ready, Watcher. Where are you? Alright, there's Sagani. Let's have her mark this way. Let's do that. Oh my god, real-time version of these mechanics is actually kind of hellish. Man with long hair is cute too? Yeah, I really like it too. It's just, when it comes down to like getting referred to properly, it's just easier to do it that way. No, I really love men with long hair. I feel like the most handsome men I know. Well, I mean, blacksmiths with long hair? Oh, no, that's everything. Alright, let's do dancing bolts again. I'm dead, which sucks, but we can still fix this.
Hey.
Everybody's grouped together enough. God, Pelagina
Ready,
and
Watcher.
Sigalani are the worst people to bring to a fight like this. Shit. We've killed like nobody. Oh god, Heravis is not looking good for you. Durance, how are you still keeping up so good? Champion's Boon, Divine Favor to an ally. Pillar of Holy Fire? Man, that wouldn't be bad. I'm not going to say no to a giant pillar of fire. Durance, please. I wish I had more healers. I wish the weeping lady was better at that. Grieving woman. That's her name. She is not. Oh god, we're not even gonna get close. See, this is why I wanted to poison him. But it never works out. Alright. If you're thinking about a way to boost one more point of resolve. Shit!
Come on.
Yeah, I might as well just let it run. Adir, I'm sorry, my love. You're just gonna have to keep fighting for your life and get killed by all these people. Unless? Look at all of them. He's just one guy in a giant group of people. We killed like one thing. Oh, two things. No, it's obvious. One thing. No, two things. Three things? No. One of the attempts I did wipe out a few of them, but no. He's still going strong. Well, it'd be fucking crazy if Headgear would be able to kill everybody off, but no, that's not gonna be the case. Let's do double speed, maybe? I mean, I could always just reload, but I do find it interesting just seeing them fight. Alright, one Stelgear got knocked down. He killed one. I just love blacksmiths. Had a blacksmith friend, and he had an accent where he accidentally cut himself super bad. And he took when the doctors gave messages saying whenever cut him was super sharp as a compliment. Hell yeah. That's something that, like, I think that blacksmithing is one of the coolest things. It is one of the coolest, like, jobs you can have. It is so incredibly important. Being able to work with metal is really cool. My childhood friend works with welding, and it's different, but when you work with metals, it does, like, help. Why did I just level up? Oh, I never leveled it up all the way. I don't know. Let's do lore. Gurn's beast lit the night with his breast. Calls down a drake from the skies to fight for the party. That's cool. Summons two fearsome ogres to fight for the party for the duration? Haha. Let's keep going. Revives allies in the area of effect with a small amount of endurance. Now that's really useful. Attacks enemies in 7 directions around the chanter with bolts of freezing ice. That's awesome. The bride caught their ruse and set to make them pay. Empowers allies in the area of effect with bonuses to dexterity, perception, and intellect. The bridesmen slew 34. They crossed half the hall. Empowers allies in the area of effect with bonuses to might, constitution, resolve. I mean, revive small allies isn't bad. But summon 2 fearsome ogres? That's fucking cool. I want the ogres. I'm taking the ogres. I'm taking those ogres. That's just way too cool. Alright, veterans recovery, definitely. A passive that makes you keep getting endurance back? That's awesome. When I used to weld, I kept catching on fire. Oh god! You have to be careful.
Certainly.
It was scary the first time. The second time, it was only scary because the jacket caught fire. Oh god. That's something that, like, it's really, really important to make sure you're wearing the right gear and being really, really safe with it, because it is really easy to get hurt when welding. It's definitely something to take seriously. And be very, very cautious with. Alright, we're gonna have to hold that off until I'm able to get a resolve of 20. God. Wait. I wonder if I can enchant. Can you enchant a ring? No. No. Oh, God. And also, would I want to boost my resolve on this? Quality. I'm gonna make this the best, though. Kraken Eye? How the fuck do I get a Kraken Eye? This was taken from the corpse of Andra's Leviathan, the heart of Karen Scar. Alright, now I know where to get that. Alright.
Foreigners live and breathe violence. They don't understand anything else. Perhaps it's the price we pay for her continued stewardship. And everybody's gossiping right now. What the fuck? One of these people have to have a quest. Isweld? That's a unique name. And an elf with placid green eyes nods in understanding and greeting. Welcome to the Golden Grove, traveler. In my defense, the first time I caught on fire was because the jacket had lint on it, and the second time I borrowed a jacket from my friend and I thought it was a welding jacket. Damn, that sucks. Yeah, it's definitely important to do some lint rolling before you work with flames. I have like a travel one that like you can like fold out and then it's like a lint roller, and it's just so useful. It's so useful. I use it a lot, but I started getting into the habit of having one on me when I used to work as a live-in servant, just because like you have to have a decent appearance when you're working as that. I mean, it's just how it is. And then if the woman I worked for needed it, I had it on hand. It's unfortunate that you borrowed a jacket from a friend and it wasn't actually a welding jacket. That sucks.
Many blessings, traveler.
Do you seek the wisdom of our herbalists, or simply to bask in Waretha's glory? Waretha? Who the fuck is that? What do you believe? We believe that knowledge is found in the earnest exploration of the natural world. She tilts her head. We do not, as some have said, oppose the gods. We simply believe that we have found a brighter, more peaceful path than devotion. Interesting. Who leads your order? High Ovate Arona leads us. She sometimes journeys to Elm Shore to renew her strength. However, she's there now with some of her closest followers, in fact. Arona is a mighty elm among us. She's lived for generations. There are none who understand the world as well as she, and we are fortunate to have her wisdom to answer our questions. Not really, barely gotten any scars from it. I feel like it's when it comes to getting burned, I mean, like, you don't usually get scars. Because something too is like I actually have only one scar from being burned, and it's actually on my hand. It's like a strip. And like that's faded immensely. But something too is like, I don't know. I feel like everybody gets different scars from like different things. Everybody has a different, like, some people scar really easily. Like me, my scars heal really easily. Like the one time I really thought I was going to get a scar was when actually I say one time, it was several times. When I used to work with wood carving, I had sawed into my hand a few times because it was like a hand saw. And I mean, sometimes when you're working with smaller pieces of wood and it's an awkward shape, it's not common to saw into your hand. And like that's something for me is that like it's one of those things where you don't even realize that you've sawed into your hand until you actually realize, like, you look at it and you see that it's bleeding, you're like, oh shit. But I don't know. I feel like some people scar way easily or some people don't. It is important to take care of yourself though, first and foremost. And like, especially though when it comes down to like your jackets getting caught on fire, that just sucks because that's something that costs money, right? Money is not an easy thing to get in this world, and also it's kind of a waste. Like if you buy something, I'm somebody that wants to use it for the rest of my life. Like I don't want to buy a jacket and then have to toss it out in a few years. That's just wasteful, you know what I mean? I have one spot on my job where I can't grow any facial hair, and a patch on my side that tingles when the air gets dry. Interesting. It's always interesting, all the different ways that skin can cause all these different things. The longest lasting scar I actually got, interestingly enough, was actually on my calf. It's now faded now, but it was actually from my cat. When he was younger, I picked him up and he got startled because he didn't realize I was behind him, and he ended up leaving a giant claw on my leg, like a scratch. And I didn't expect it to actually scar. It's the only thing that's like lasted several years. So it's interesting. The body forms all sorts of interesting variations of skin.
Though I think scars are really cool. Alright, everyone has lived for generations. Pretty cool. I don't know. I don't really have any more questions. Usually I ask more questions, but right now, with this headache, not really. Just kind of looking for quests. Just walking around. Tamrin.
Many blessings, traveler.
Though his eyes are closed and his posture still, the man before you keeps his head aimed at you, as if carefully following your movements. Hail to you! May your time in Golden Grove be enriching. And hail to you too, Autumn Orlin. Oh, we found the person that Heravius needed to talk to. The man says with a bow to Heravius. Really only have 3 visible scars, but those are super recent, and I probably should have gone to the ER for. Well, I mean, if they didn't get infected, it's not too bad. And the ER, like, if you live in the US, the emergency room is incredibly expensive. As long as there isn't any causing any problems in your mobility, you're able to keep them from being infected, you didn't suffer too much blood loss, then it's fine. Yeah. Heravius' eyes widen in surprise, and his one good ear stands on end. How on earth did you... The man's eyes remain closed as he says with a smile, Tranquility begets a receptive mind. I forgot what voice I did for Tamrin at the beginning. He opens his eyes, revealing brown irises clouded with the beginnings of cataracts. With my eyes open, I see your birth form, but when I look inward, and with this, he closes his eyes again, I see the Autumn Stelgare. I'm gonna let Heravius talk. Heravius gets to ask the questions. I mean, he's the one who Tamrin is talking to. I don't know how you can sense it, but you're right about me being the Stelgare. What do you know about the beast? Why was I ostracized just for being unable to assume its form? Is there a cure? Cameron smiles. His eyes remain closed. I know the beast is often sent by Galloway as some sort of trial. Many Father are tested by the Autumn Stelgare. Those bested and consumed by the beast have their soul torn from their bodies and lost for all time. Whoa! Consumed by the beast have their soul torn from their bodies and lost for all time? That's insane! No, the one in my hand was down to the muscle, and the 2 on my knees are from road rash. Oh, I see. Well, road rash isn't too bad. When I was younger, I used to enjoy skinning my knees for fun. So when I was walking down the sidewalk, I used to just purposely like run and then just slide on my knees. As long as you just make sure that it's not infected. And down to the muscle, I mean, it's fine as long as it, you know, it's still pretty much surface level. I mean, the bleeding wasn't too much of a problem if, you know, all these different things. Just most important thing, it's expensive to go to the ER, especially if you live in the US. There's other places as well where it's expensive. So just make sure to get alcohol, bandages if you need them. Just take care of yourself. Knowing how to do really good first aid is one of the most important skills you can have. Knowing how to handle any sort of wound is immensely useful. And then if the bleeding won't stop, if you are struggling with these things, then, you know, go and get stitches. Go and get treatment, but I'm very much I think it's best to learn how to take care of yourself and your body, because in a worst case situation, I mean, I always have antiseptic on hand and bandages and, you know, first aid. It's just good to have. So my tribesmen are right? Heravius looks crestfallen. His posture slumps. His gaze drops to the ground. Are you saying I have such a terrible power? This must be some sort of... If your spirit form were a bee, would you be mystically compelled to make honey? Were it a bird, would you spend all day making nests? Tamrin opens his eyes once more and looks Heravius up and down before wincing, and shutting his eyes once more. I'm saying this is what the animal your form resembles is known to do. It seems you are eager to leap to your own conclusions. I would not normally advise one to speak with a circle at the blood sands, but given your circumstances, the ethic null may prove insightful. He turns and,
with his eyes still closed, points to the northwest. Read the stone slabs carved by the druids of the Blood Sands. There are answers to be found, as well as more questions. But you must explore them for yourself. Is there anything more you can tell us? Only to trust in Gallowayne and trust in Weil. Both have blessed you in their own difficult ways. Damn! Only trust in Gallowayne and trust in Weil. Those are two unfortunate gods to have your fate tied to. I mean, both of them are fine. I like those gods a lot, but god damn, those are some tricky bastards. No rush hurts more to clean out than actually get them. Well, I mean, like, cleaning always hurts more. I live in an area where if I get hurt bad enough, I'm basically screwed or have to drive over 1.5 hours to the next town, so I'm very familiar how to patch yourself. Alright, that's good, that's good. Yeah, I mean, road rash isn't like, yeah, it stings, but it's not that bad. No, of course I say that, like, of course pain tolerance is different. If you are sensitive to pain, that is completely okay. You are not lesser for that. That's something that I think I've had to think about a lot because, especially as somebody who gets tattoos and talks about tattoos, like, a lot of people talk about, you know, the giant chest tattoo I have that goes from shoulder to shoulder, up and down my chest, up on my neck, you know, and also the one on the back of my neck, on top of other tattoos, you know. It's something that, like, for me, the pain was completely tolerable. I could sit for hours and hours and hours with somebody working on me and it wasn't bad at all. While some people, you know, they sit down, they end up getting tattooed and they immediately just pass out. They can't handle it. They start crying. They need numbing creams, like all these different things. So everybody has their own unique pain tolerance. So, you know, if it is a lot when you get hurt, I keep saying like, oh, that's not too bad. If it is that bad for you, no judgment there. You know, the pain you feel is very real and everybody has their own unique tolerances. I'm talking 13 hours to get a doctor to tell me my arm was broken. Yeah, I think when it comes down to having your arm broken, though, that is something that you need to have it put in a cast and set. That is definitely like having your arm broken. That is, it is very beneficial. There's certain levels of injuries where it's okay. Surface level ones are fine. If it starts going through muscle, you should go to the doctor. If you've broken something, go to the doctor. Because that's something too, is like bone setting is really, really important, especially if it's related to your bones or if you've snapped something, broken something. Because then if you do not set the bone right, it is forever, your arm is never going to be able to function the same. Your leg is never going to be able to function the same. Your finger won't be able to. Like, that is something that you need to go to a doctor for. And I mean, of course it's going to cost money and of course it's going to cost time, but that's just how it goes. Yeah. I have the old farmer pain tolerance from chronic pain just being ADHD. I see. I have, I suffer from chronic pain. I have fibromyalgia, but I mean, I don't know. Even some people I know with chronic pain, there's still different variations of being able to, like, tolerate it. And there's different levels of pain. Like, for me, burn pain is way more tolerable than some other types of pain. So, like, I mean, that's not common for people, you know, a lot of people who have periods as well. Like, heating pads, sometimes I've known people who will burn, like, have burn scars on their stomach from using heating pads that get really hot because the pain of being burned is more tolerable than the pain of period cramps. So it's just one of those things that is really interesting. Everybody has a unique relationship to pain. So I think it's really interesting. I appreciate the attempt to lift my spirits, Haravius grumbles, but that doesn't really help. Haravius sighs and digs into his ear stump with his index finger. But he has a point. I shall trust Weil has something to show me in the Blood Sands. What exactly are written in these stones? Much of it is utter rubbish and the incessant need for sacrifice. His calm countenance wavers as he says that last word with spit and a hiss. But amongst the dogma are a few bits of wisdom on Gallowayne. Your friend will understand. Okay. Yeah, we can take him there. We can take our little Orlin friend there.
Ready, Watcher.
I mean, being outcasted by your own people sucks.
Yeah? What?
Especially because Heravius really does love, you know,
Certainly.
being Glenfathan. Like, he really does love, you know, being a part of his culture. It's just, you know, he's been rejected by it because of the form he takes. That sucks. Honestly, fuck his tribe for treating him that way. Just because you consider somebody a bad omen does not mean they are. That level of bigotry is just... Hello? A specter? Oh, god damn it,
You
Theos.
have stayed true to our cause, Inquisitor, when so many others have not.
Oh, it's a
For
memory.
every heretic we confess, for every betrayer that burns on our pyres, new sheep continue to flock to Iavara Ix Incios.
I was an
But not
inquisitor.
you. I underestimated you in the beginning, but no longer.
Whoa. Sorry, I got distracted because when I heard Inquisitor, I immediately just went through, like, my brain just, like, speed ran through the entirety of my last playthrough of, Dragon Age Inquisition. God, I love Dragon Age. Now, when I broke my arm, it was super lucky break, where I fractured my radial in 2 spots on my elbow before when I ran off the road on my bike. I forgot to let go of the bike and death gripped it. Didn't need to be casted, just got a... Oh, that's not bad. I'm glad that you got a not too difficult of a broken arm. Oh my god, seeing how sometimes how people's, like, body will break. I still remember when I was, years ago, I was actually, thinking whether or not this would dox me. Okay, I'm gonna be a bit more vague about it. I was like, at first I was gonna add a bit more details, but I was at a place with a lot of women who were roller skating, and one of the women, unfortunately, she fell on her leg just right, and her leg both broke and the bone jutted out of her knee. Luckily, there were emergency pretty close by, but that was, I think, the first time I was able to, and I actually knew the woman, so I got to, like, learn more about her recovery, but I think that was the most brutal breaking of a bone that I've ever seen. Of course, it can get way fucking worse. It's very interesting. I think all the ways, like, humans are very, very easy to be broken and, like, hurt. We're just fleshy little creatures. It is very, very easy to get hurt and injured. I think it's very interesting all the different ways it can come about. Ads, I see. You've stayed true to our cause, Inquisitor. Alright, yes to this. You honor me, Grand Inquisitor.
It is not for honor that I summoned you today, but for duty. Too many of our own have confessed upon the wheel and the rack and the flame. Too many of our faithful have had their minds poisoned by the Kratom witch.
Kratom?
Tide is against us
Oh,
now.
that's what we learned about the last memory.
We have but one option. Iavara's following must see her exposed for what she is. She must confess her heresy before my court.
How would we reach her?
Not in Kratom, surely. Their lord has embraced her heathen faith and protects her with his army. But in Oceanus, things would be different. The king of Oceanus is a sinful man. We have helped him to see the error of his ways, and now he fears for his soul. He would pay any price for absolution.
Whoa, Absolution, great ghost song. How would we get Iavara to move to Oceanus?
You have already done much for the Inquisition. I wouldn't ask this were there any other choice.
Theos puts his hand on your shoulder. What did he ask me to do? Something regarding tearing Iavara down. We know that with the last memory we had some sort of emotional connection. We chose to be that she was our teacher. So having to betray her for the leaden key. Two identical women seem to fade into view as they move away from the great trees that camouflage them. Their skin is tree bark, rigid and scaly, wreathed in a curling tangle of roots, buds, and blooms. Their hair hangs beneath the shade of serrated leaves like the drooping branches of the elms above, and the pupils of their eyes are encircled by hundreds or even thousands of concentric rings, as if to mark the accumulated wisdom of a millennia.
Turn around, flesh creature.
Outsiders are not permitted to approach the elms.
One of them extends a snarl of roots towards you that snakes and twist together to form something like an open hand, palm down. The other stares at you, unblinking, and as her frown deepens, her face creaks. Do you not feel it, sister? Something familiar. An ancient soul, like the other one. Another defiler, no doubt. Let us fell her and be troubled no more? Fuck! Please don't kill me.
So it would seem, Rhiannon. But we must not hasten to
Thank you.
judgment.
I'm actually here to kill that guy.
I see a different motive here. Different questions in these eyes.
Okay.
What of it, young trespasser? Is it as my sister says?
Shit.
Or are you here to stain this place with foul deeds?
I seek a man who came through here. It sounds as though you have already met him. There by her own admission, Suya.
Really, sister? And you wonder why your leaves begin to fall out before midsummer. Clearly that man did not want to be followed. Whatever the relationship here, I suspect it is anything but cordial.
Yeah, I'm here to beat the fuck out of her. Beat the fuck out of him. Theos... Oh my god. They're really good at making an enemy that I absolutely fucking hate.
The answer is yes, old one. We crossed paths with Theos not long ago, and we can tell you where he went. But I find it curious that anyone would seek him out. Suspicious, even. If we are to help you find him, we would know why.
He must face justice for his transgressions. Ooh! Ranwin likes me now. That's the thing, is like he literally, I'm still haunted by the fact that he possessed a young child without a soul to convince an animancer that his cure actually worked, and then had in that girl's body killed herself in a huge mass of people. That's insane. He's fucking insane. Oh my god.
Indeed. A kindred spirit, it seems. But that's what this is really about, isn't it? You are tied to him.
Yes, I am. I have a past with him. I have a past life with him.
I see it now. You are awakened. Your soul is awake, and something once buried deep now wells to the surface. Past overwhelms present, closes in around you. Your time has nearly reached its end.
Oh, so I'm about to die soon? That sucks. Alright, whatever. I just need to get to Theos.
I am sorry to tell you this, but Theos cannot give you what you seek. Nor can any man. An awakening cannot be undone, any more than your past can be undone.
God, I wish Aloth was in the party right now. He would have loved to hear this. He would have hated to hear that. But it would have been important to his plot. What's she mean? I thought Merwell said. I'm sorry. We did not come down this road together to be refused passage by a pair of talking saplings. Maldito, there must be some way. So this has all been for nothing, and I'm gonna lose my mind.
The soul is formless without a past to shape it. Did you truly expect to be able to wipe it away?
I would live with it, if I could.
That is the penance we all pay. But penance cannot be paid for a past only known in fragments and glimpses.
Oh, so I'm bound to go crazy.
However,
That's crazy.
as much as my sister speaks truly that there is no way back from an awakening, there may yet be a way forward. Would you agree,
Really?
Shiva?
I would. Were the way not so likely to end in death.
Death may be preferable to what lies in store for me. Yeah, we've seen the Awakened go absolutely fucking crazy.
It may, but not all deaths are alike, and the man you pursue is versed in thousands of them.
Yeah, that's true. Theos is insane.
The man Theos you must already know by now. You are linked by a common past. Something about it lingers within you, festering, unresolved. What it is I cannot see any more than you. And without that knowledge, your doom is...
Oh, because I have to learn more about my past with Theos. to be able to get a better grasp on being awake and not go absolutely fucking crazy. Okay.
But were you to learn the source of this discord, perhaps it could be put to rest. Though it is equally possible it will trouble you as much now as it did then, and merely speed your condition to its end.
My past comes to me in pieces. How do I unlock the rest?
You might wait for it to come on its own, of course. But when it comes, it will replace your sanity's last breath. Such is the nature of your condition.
Welcome in, Cotton. I'm glad you like it. How are you doing? I hope you're doing okay. You're just like typing in all caps. I'm glad you like it. Yep, I got my new model. I'm gonna make this shorter stream today, so probably only about 2 hours, but I can, at the very end, I can switch over to my room scene and I can show you guys the full body at the very least. It's so good. Hehe, thank you. This time we got a little bit more movement going on. I've been slowly, every single model I make, I just add more and more. I like learn a little bit more of Live 2D for rigging it. This one's able to look up and down way more, but trying to get that to work in like VTube Studio without having my body get really small. So many settings. God damn. But yeah. I'm glad you like it. Today and yesterday has been a whole day of just cleaning because a guest is coming. Oh. I hope that it is a cool guest, and I hope that cleaning hasn't been too much work for you. It can be actually very physically taxing to do a lot of cleaning. Hopefully it hasn't been too much for you, Cotton. You deserve to rest and be comfy.
Or you could learn it from someone who already knows.
Theos? Would he remember?
It is said the gods made his memory perfect, that he may never forget his charge. If he ever knew, he still does.
Your dad cleaned the inside of the fridge with a mesh bath sponge and body soap? I am actually so fucking speechless. Now we know why he doesn't clean. No, that's even more of a reason why he needs to start cleaning now and actually... Why? What? Why? In what world would that make any fucking sense? And I mean that, like, he's a grown-ass man who has been around, like, things had to have been cleaned around him. He had to have seen cleaning products around the house somewhat. We live in a day and age where there are phones that can access knowledge so easily. Just search up how to clean a fridge. Google, what's that? Oh god. Oh. What is that called? Weaponized incompetence? If you live in a house and especially if it's your house and you don't clean it, the consequence of men of his era just letting women do all the housework. Ew. Don't you ever, like, wouldn't you want to feel like you're an actual human being? You know what I mean? Like, if you can't take care of yourself and your environment, that's like the bare minimum of, like, survival, right? If you don't take care of the space that you're in, it's going to lead to all sorts of health problems. Mold can develop, which can cause breathing problems, can make allergy worse, can cause all of these things to go wrong. Like, throughout all of human history, sanitization has been the most important breakthrough. Being able to know when a well was sick, when to know when cattle was sick, being able to keep your crops, like, safe. Like, it just... But women cook and clean? Ew. Why I oughta? Oh my god. Like, I understand if you've never been taught how to clean, right? Because that's something that like some parents, or if you don't even have parents, right? It can be difficult if somebody doesn't teach you how to clean, right? And also if you're younger, maybe you just struggled to feel motivated to clean, right? It felt like a chore, it felt like something you shouldn't do, right? Felt like a total hassle. But it is never too late. Your life is only going to get better if you learn how to clean. There are so many nice like YouTubers out there who teach, especially like for men who may never have been like male living spaces, and all the accounts dedicated to it exist for a reason. So there's also a lot of YouTube pages where it's also like men who like teach you how to clean, like how to do all these things, right? It's okay, like it's okay if you don't know, but choosing ignorance is weaponizing incompetence. And especially if you want to have anybody in your life, like get married, have a girlfriend, have kids, or just have a house in general, please learn how to clean. Or even an apartment, please learn how to clean. I think after 53-ish years of life and having 4+ children, you know how to clean? Oh my god. Especially 4+ children. That's the thing that's really like a fucking huh? Because wait, how the fuck does he not know? No. That's insane. Your like, kids are messy. I love your dad. You love your dad? I'm glad you love your dad, but also, like, what's going on up this, like, how did he... 4 kids. Kids are so messy. Like, I spend, like, a few minutes with, like, the kids I have in my life, like my nieces and nephews, and it's just immediately a mess. They're throwing up, they're crying, they accidentally spilled something. I find out the most horrible thing. One of the kids that I used to look after, she told me that she liked not brushing her teeth because she liked when her teeth felt fuzzy. The mindset of a kid does not take into account what dirt or grime actually is, even though it's dangerous. So it's like 4+ kids. That's crazy. Yeah, but if you don't know how to clean, please, I recommend, like, please take, especially your fridge, please clean your fridge. My issue is cleaning was always used as a punishment as a child. I'm trying to unlearn that. Cleaning doesn't equal punishment, so that my room isn't a clean yet, but it's not getting messier. Hell yeah. I think that's something too, is it's okay if it's like messy, right? Clean is something else. I think clean is important. Messy is okay, right? Or clutter is okay too, right? For instance, in my library in this house, it's covered in books. Every single surface is covered in shit. And it's like, but it's just books. It's like trinkets. It's like all these different things. However, it's not a health problem. It's not going to damage anything in the environment. It's completely safe. Everything is fine, right? Or like even right now, I have a basket of clothes that I gotta fold and put away. Has it been sitting there for a week? Yes. But that's okay, right? Knowing how to clean a fridge and that sort of thing is important too. And that's also a good point too, Apollo, is there is a lot of problem with how people decide to parent their kids, and using cleaning as a punishment sucks. I think genuinely, if you have kids, it's really, really helpful to make positive associations with things that are important, right? Like, that's one of the things that, like, things like those toothbrushes that play a tune, right? That can be nice for kids who struggle with brushing their teeth because it can help motivate them, like, oh, your favorite music, or, like, reward. Like, instead of making it a punishment, it's honestly, in general, punishments are only important and actually are successful if it's for something that really, really matters. But in general, it's like, there's been shown more and more nowadays with more studies and more comes out that punishing your kids is only going to push them in the opposite direction. Kids are prone to rebelling. It's going to cause problems. Like the cleanup song t-shirts, exactly. And like if you have like, and also if you do it alongside the kids, right? Like let's say every week on a certain day, you guys all clean the house, right? And they're like, oh, like, hey, do you want to like take this thing? I'm gonna like, do you want to clean the bathroom? Like you can learn how to use baking soda and vinegar to clean sinks and seeing it fizzle up, right? It's like a volcano, you know. Being able to turn things into fun, like, oh, you're doing this, you're creating this, like we're having fun with this. That can make it easier. Like, is this too much for you today? Like you can try doing this. Can you handle, like, is the vacuum too loud? Like, especially if you have a neurodivergent kid, like, oh, do you want to sweep instead? We can sweep. I can send you outside so you can play and I can vacuum while you're doing that, right? Like, there's so many ways to go about it, but I think it's something too is not to, I feel like the more parents establish themselves as a figure of authority, the more likely people also clash and kind of want to rebel. And it's usually better just to be like oh, we're a team, we're doing this together. And that usually is more exciting for a kid. Even then, they're going to probably drag their feet, but it's still like, it's not making it just a negative association. It's not feeling like a punishment. It's not, oh, you're the kid, so you listen to me. It isn't this feeling of this, like, hopelessness, being forced into this. My sister used to let us use a bunch of dish soap for bubbles. I used to be very happy to wash dishes. Hell yeah! See, that's like a great way to do it. Brushing teeth was a problem until recently because of sensory issues, and I just had to learn to power through it. Yeah, that's one of the things is that I'm somebody who is neurodivergent as well, and I also have very, very, very sensitive gag reflex. So anything like mint, I used to always throw up. And so every time I brushed my teeth, I would throw up. And then I had to try using different ones, and the feeling was awful, all these different things. But I found that flossing helped a lot, and then also I learned that using just a little bit of toothpaste and putting it on a paper towel and just gently, and like going over my teeth like that, it's still not as good as brushing, but doing what you can to avoid the sensory nightmare that is the brush, like especially if it touches your gums or all these different things, it can be really, really bad. So like that's the thing is that like I feel like more people who have kids should get more inventive with it as well, because you have to be able to not see, like, if a kid is really, really struggling to do something, it's not, don't yell at them, don't make them feel like it's their fault, listen to them and figure it out, you know, and like try and find a way to make it manageable, because it, like, of course, teeth hygiene is important. A cavity can be thousands of dollars of like repair, so it's like it's very, very important. Not anymore because dishes suck. I like doing dishes. It's not that bad for me anyways. The thing is that helps me brush my teeth is walking around while brushing, because I don't have to focus on how boring brushing is. I understand. Nowadays it's way easier for me for a lot of reasons, but I mean usually like having a phone, I'm usually just watching somebody while I brush. I'll watch videos that talk about, you know, history or politics, or just maybe watching a streamer, and then or like a video I see or whatever, and I'm just like brushing my teeth, and so like I'm not even thinking about it, I'm just like watching something while doing it. And that's way easier to do now. But especially in the past when that wasn't a thing, when you couldn't do that, it was challenging. And you know, it's one of those things that sensory problems with cleaning as well. And also, like, some people, when I was younger, too, when I was really, really young, I struggled to see dirt. So it's, like, it was very difficult for me to vacuum in a way that, you know, was effective, because I didn't realize. So then it was less about seeing the dirt and more just following a pattern and making that more of a puzzle. The person that invented soft bristled toothbrush is a legit saint. First time in over 24 years, I've brushed my teeth without having to fight the urge to throw up. It's so difficult, especially if you have, like, if you're quick to throw up, it is very, very difficult. I'm very glad that they set up light bristled toothbrushes.
Not that he would tell you, of course.
You
Alright, back
have
to the
followed
game.
the right person for the wrong reason, it seems. We see it often beneath the elms. The soul dragging mind and body to unknown places for unfathomable reasons. You may have wandered into Theos's path many times.
We're
in
so
many
powerful, what do you mean?
lifetimes, without an awakening to show you why.
The only thing that's certain is you did not find what you sought.
You said you know where he went.
He has gone down beneath the tower to a place older than we, where the people of Engwith once walked. He makes his way to the buried city, Sun and Shadow.
Sun and Shadow.
May he stay down there and rot with the remains of his people.
I'm gonna find more memories if I go down there, though.
He may yet. He won't be returning the way he came, that much is certain. He opened a secret path in the tower's base and saw it destroyed behind him through some vile means.
Interesting. Human ingenuity and figuring out ways to solve our problems is high tier. Yeah. I was actually thinking about that a lot earlier today, where it's like, it's kind of crazy. Like, humans are a species. Like, all right. Animals' intelligence is actually, like, the possibility of how high their intelligence is actually based on how dense their brain can be with, like, neurons and wrinkles and all these different things, right? So, like, there are some insects, right, that are, like, have so many different neurons and, like, ways of functioning that they are able to hold a shit ton of information, but they're not going to be pursuing electricity and all these different things because they're already set up. They already have a way of life that they're content with, right? It's only for problem solving specific things that they're going to need to readapt. And humans are powerful actually because of how flawed we are. So humans, like Homo sapiens, are flawed in so many different ways. Like, we have all these problems when it comes down to birth numbers, location, not having enough fur for different areas, especially when we go back to, like, you know, we're considered hairless apes. So it's something that, like, moving to different areas, we have to define different ways. And so because of how we are, and, you know, having thumbs, we are set up as a species to constantly be trying to find a way to deal with problems. We're constantly trying to be like, okay, rock, let's see if that does anything better. So we pick up, you know, let's do this. Oh, maybe if we do this, that'll happen. So we're constantly like, how do we fix this, right? The importance of sitting down and asking yourself, what's the problem? How can we solve it? Exactly. And so, like, most animals don't really need to worry too much about that, even if they have a high level of intelligence. And then, of course, there is opposable thumbs, right? Like, dolphins are really intelligent as well. They're capable of smoking, pufferfish, getting high, like having unique conversations, all these different things. Elephants are incredibly brilliant. They have a huge amount of brain density and wrinkles and card in the brain, but they're not made for that much. I mean, they use their trunk to use tools, but something too is, like, especially if they're a species that's more motivated towards empathy and just caring, and, you know, humans have always been just they've always been, well, you see monkeys, they're constantly messing around with things. They'll pick up they'll take something that you have and they'll be smacking against things, trying to figure out what's going on with it. Like, so many apes, so many primates, so many, even beyond that, you know, going into even monkey territory, like, our relative species-wise are super, super curious things, super, super curious species. And so it's something that, like, for us, we've been spending so many fucking years. I forget how many years humans have been around. Oh God, it's a way more than you'd expect for a lot of, if you've never seen the number before. But it's like one of those things that, like, we spend a long time questioning and puzzling and figuring it out. And so, like, especially because humans and Homo sapiens are based off of puzzle solving. We are usually tribes-based, so we're constantly trying to find, like, all right, how do we get the upper hand? How do we do this? How do we do this? And there's always this, where, in general, like, when you look at a lot of primates too, like, there's a lot of anthropologists who are like, could you imagine how much better as a society we would be if we had evolved from bonobos? And bonobos are just peace-loving, they're just calm as fuck, they're just, like, chilling out. They're one of the most relaxed primates around. Of course, they still have some violent things in them, but compared to, you know, some of our closer relatives, considering primate, we are a much more violent ape species in comparison to, you know, a bonobo. And so it's, like, really interesting when you think about, you know, what is sentience, what is intelligence, what is, you know, what is this long, long path of years and years and years of us evolving, and why do we do this? And unlike other species that evolve in a way where they're physically set up well and their food is set up well, like all these different things, we have had to force ourselves to fit in a place. Like, humans die really easily. Babies die incredibly easily. It's actually really hard for a baby to be born that doesn't have extreme problems and also it doesn't kill the mom. You know, like it's like all these different problems. So it's something that like humans are incredibly good at problem solving because we are so fucked up. We like actually need to. Like other animals have it set. We are constantly having to find ways to, you know, make clothes. That doesn't work. All right, my feet hurt. You know, like we have like calluses and other things that can develop on our feet, but especially like we had to really trying to find ways to, you know, make things more comfortable. Oh shit, we need that. Oh shit, we need that. Oh fuck, how do we fix this? So I think that's the main interesting thing about humans is that because we are so flawed as a species, that's one of the greatest qualities about us is that we've always had to find a new way to live. And ultimately that led to, you know, technology being advanced. The fact that, you know, we have a computer or a phone in front of us, like the fact that we ended up being able to know how to use electricity, know how protons, electrons, all these things work. Having, you know, I'm not even around you guys physically and you can hear me, you can see me. That's so cool. Our flaws make us, we're so powerful. Yeah, humans are so powerful because of their flaws. It's been millennia, even beyond that. It's like it is because of human flaws that we are such a beautiful species. Of course, there's also the problem with it, but that's how we are. Everybody around us is based off of insecurity, actually, that led us to trying to find. We're constantly chasing this sense of security, trying to invent new ways to achieve what we want, to try and fulfill some aspect that is lacking. In a way, I mean, humans are kind of dream chasers. If I were to give humans a name, that'd probably be what I'd give them, because they're constantly trying to adapt, to change, to create. And without that, we would die. It's very interesting. It's always funny seeing what like rambles end up happening during a stream, but yeah. I think that's something too, is it's like, try not to be too hard on yourself if you see something that's, you know, you consider a flaw about yourself either. Sometimes it's not even something you need to fix, but something too is like, throughout all of human history, our ancestors have had immense flaws, and you know, you just keep trying your best. Try and find a new way to learn something, to keep trying. Because there's a way forward. You just gotta get creative with it. With human ingenuity, I can fix all my flaws. I think something too, Cotton, is I think it's important too to realize, like, obviously it's nice to be kind to people, to care for people, but the most important thing is to be okay with you being you. Don't worry about your appearance. Of course, hygiene is important, but you know, if you are worried about appearances, if you're worried about your voice, if you're worried about hair, health, all these different things, I think the most powerful thing as well you can do as a human is to be able to take a deep breath and say, I'm okay with it, right? You may not be happy with how you look, you may not be happy with things you have, traits you have, the way you speak, habits you have, but it's important at the core to be okay with it. And you can work on yourself, right? Like, oh wait, I want to feel more confident. And of course there's people who have like stutters and different things. And having a stutter is okay too, but if it really frustrates you, it's okay to work on it. But at its core, you should be able to be like, I'm gonna work on this, but at my core, it's okay. It's all right. You have a body that you're living in. You don't have control over a lot of things with it. And it's important not to try and force it to be something that it's not as well. Like, it's important to try and feel as comfortable as possible in your own skin. As long as you aren't hurting others and don't hurt yourself, that's the most important thing as well. Yeah. But like, I mean, when it comes down to the arts, I mean, there's always something new to pursue, you know? But it's important not to get caught up in this, I need to get better, I need to get better, I need to fix this. It's okay to just be like, nope, I'm content with this. Or, you know, I'm not the happiest with this, but that's okay. Like, even with this model, I've been thinking about the last few days, I'm like, oh god, I don't want to have to actually show it. But I love getting better. Yes, getting better and also seeking getting better is important. But also, it's okay to not be too harsh on yourself.
We know of one.
Ooh,
On the
burial
burial
isle.
isle, through the court of the penitents, brayeth Eon.
Jibo, we love your new model. Well, I can show you a few things about it because it's like, that's kind of bothering me.
Don't be cruel.
But
sister.
I can show you.
The way my sister speaks of is not for the faint of heart. A great pit at the center of a forgotten court, where faiths were judged in place of crimes.
Oh, a gateway to
most,
death.
It is simply a gateway to death.
Well, guess who? I'm a god like
With
of
the help of the
Bareth.
gods, it
Why do I
can
only have
take you
300
where
vanity
you
points?
want
I
to
don't
go.
know. I don't know how Twitch points work. In the Ghost Town, you have 5 million Medi points. I don't know what that means. But in real Ghost Town, you have way more. Trust me. What do you mean with the help of the gods?
The pit is said to have been a means of judgment by the gods. Those cast into it are meant to die. It is that way you must pass to reach sun and shadow.
That's crazy. That's kind of badass. Oh my god.
The court is old. We do not know much for certain.
Alright.
But it would seem only the gods themselves
Time to
can
throw
grant
myself into the
passage.
pit. From the pinnacle to the pit. I've been...
No more than a ruin now. It is older than we. A place for the trial of heretics.
I want to do another Halloween karaoke. I have
We
more
were not
songs I
here
want to
to
sing.
witness it.
It might have passed,
But
but
at one
whatever.
time,
Spooky
there was a
season's
group
never
that
over.
refused to acknowledge the gods. Neither the first nor the last, of course, but these were numerous and all put on trial for it.
Talking about the
Those
pit
who did not
reminded me of the
repent were
ghost song,
cast
to the
into the pit
pinnacle to the
and
pit.
imprisoned below.
Such a good song.
The fall killed them, of course. The prison was not for people, but for their souls, and their sentences were eternal. It is
How-
said that many of the condemned repented. And
Yeah,
were permitted by the
365 days
gods to
Halloween.
ascend
Hell
from the
yeah.
pit, so long as
In
they
the ghost
pledged their
town, it's always
service to one
Halloween.
of them. But these are old legends.
How would I ever get the gods to help me?
Behind us is Ter Evron, said to pierce the shroud itself and a place of communion with all gods.
Well, that's convenient.
If ever there was a time for prayer, you have found it.
Well, I said I was
Before
gonna...
you go, tell me this, old one. I'm curious. If you were to subdue
Huh?
your enemy, what would you do with him? What would give you peace?
I don't know. I won't know until I get there, really. I'm not gonna be foolish enough to believe that I know what I would do with Theos. I don't like him. I'm leaning towards he must be destroyed, but... I don't know. Because that's something that I've realized, especially in real life, is you can have this great, grand idea of what you believe in, like, what you would do in a situation, but until you really face it, you don't really know.
A great many questions still to be answered.
Yeah.
All the same, think on this matter. Be assured in your course. In the end, it may mean all the difference, not just to his soul, but to yours.
Okay.
And be warned. Some questions have answers that can never be learned, and it is those that trouble the soul above all others.
Oh, God.
May you find an answer to yours.
Alright, thank you. Oh. Oh. Kind of finished that. Cool. I'm not really seeing near it. He said that he would do horrible, unspeakable things to me, so I'm not. Okay. Alright. I must not overdo it with my headache. I have to actually work on some other things as well. But before I go, let me save, and then I can go over to a different scene. I can show you guys the model better. Put ourselves in the situation in our head before we ever face it in real life. Yeah, I have a headache. I usually do, though. But it's particularly bad right now. Alright, save. But I wanna show you guys a bit of the model. Because I should have done a proper, like, oh, this is my new model, but whatever. Fuck that. Alright, I'm too close. Back up. Alright, okay, first things first, actually, I want to talk about this. This is actually a tattoo on the side of my neck that's actually a Bloodborne reference. It's off of the Lake Carol rune. Ooh, pretty room, thank you. And then this is you can't see it fully, but this is a black dragon fish tattoo. I got my classic pinstripes on. Got my gloves on, and then I have an epee. My sword. I still want to redo a few things, like update it a bit. Yeah. Yeah. Tiny. Yeah. And then let me zoom in way more. And you can see I have little danglies on my glasses. They're not earrings, but they're on my glasses. There's like a triangle shaped bead. And then there is like a blue, small blue, red. The window corner, I know. I know we have that sort of fave in common, Lucien. When I finish your model, Luciana, we can both hang out in here. I gotta add more to it. I was considering adding more, but then I was like, eh. I was gonna like make a desk, but then I'm like, I gotta make other assets too. I got a lot of asset work. But yeah, that's my new model. It's my technically it's my fencing model. I got my epee in my hand. Here's a closer look at the hilt. It's kind of fucked up, but yeah. I'm probably gonna do a few more adjustments. Like I want to add eventually more mouth forms. Yeah. Yeah. I'm probably gonna be using this model mostly from now on, until the next one comes out. But, and then I got my classic iconic stab wound in my chest. Yeah. But I'm actually, the more I look at this model, the more I'm happy with it. It's amazing when I like think about it when it's still, I'm like, ugh, awful. But then when it moves, I'm like, hee hee, it move. Hee hee, it move. But yeah. Thank you all so much for coming today. Oh, I'm so sleepy. I'm trying to remember all the questions we asked. You asked if this outfit was a food or like a time of day food, what would it be? And I said breakfast. And then you said if this was a fruit, I believe, and I said blackberries. And the reason I said blackberries is actually because of the vest. And then because I liked, but the reason why I said breakfast is because, like, I mean, usually I eat my breakfast and then I go to do sword work, so it's like, it just makes sense. And what else? Oh my god, you guys ask such strange questions. I'm like trying to think back. Oh my god, what did you... Bird's nest. Yes, that was one of them. Oh, bird's nest. Then I said it was a bowerbird, which is the one that like collects items, like little shiny things to put in its nest. And the reason why is actually because of these little shiny things. I still think it works too because the bowerbird has a design that resembles a bit of like my vest, a little bit of my pants, a bit. And then the, yeah. And the shiniest of the sword too. Oh my god. It was so funny when I was like, oh yeah, you guys can ask like questions about it, like hints about it, and then you guys like chose the most strange and eclectic series of questions. I'm happy with what you guys asked, but at the same time it's like, oh my god. How am I supposed to answer this? I don't know. I don't even know where to begin with that one. But I liked it. Yeah, but the more I look at this model, the more I really like it. I think honestly, I think it suits me way more than the last one I had, but it was so fun and you were accurate. I'm glad. I was like, I don't know. This is difficult. I don't know. Yeah. So I was talking about this earlier. I have a medieval form of me that's also based off of this model. It's like character development, true. That I'm working on as well. I just need to finish rigging it. I don't know when that is going to be dropped. So I'm probably going to switch back and forth between Medieval Medi and this fencing version. I like this one because it feels like casual, but it's also like, feels like I'm going to like the barracks to like hang out and do some fencing work and just chatting with people, and I like that. And then also I'm working on a human, me when I was human as well, but I have no idea when that's going to be released, but yeah. So who knows when those are going to be released. I am working on them. The power of being able to draw your own models is very, very real, and also being able to rig them, so the other Medi, I can imagine it sitting behind a desk and doing work. Hell yeah. I also want to do an updated version, like, with this sort of base. The bot that was just getting mugged, I just paused for a moment for that. I definitely want to have a outfit that's mostly like an actual like mayoral outfit that's inspired off of my original or my second form, because this is my 3.0. I have 2 other models before this. But yeah. Casual. Then next is medieval. Third one might be me as a human, but who knows if that'll ever see the light of day. I'll like use it once. But I'm definitely made for being undead. That's more maybe for memories. When I drop lore, I'll probably show it. Yeah. Which is funny because, oh my god, I was thinking about this. I've been working more on the lore, and I'm like, I was thinking about how strange my lore is the more I work on it. Because technically, Medi is, like, my name is not my original name, right? And then it's like, there's a specific type of name that actually, so this actually goes into real history, because the world that my canon lore takes place in is an alternate history, so an alternate universe of Earth that has been affected by spirits living alongside humans for a long period of time. So, like, there's a lot more, like, fae, fantasy, like, mixed creatures, and then, of course, the map and the world is slightly different, but it still takes it's very, very similar to when it comes down to modern history. And there is this thing that happens with some rulers, especially in the Middle Ages, where they actually take a different name when they get to a position of power. And it's called a Regnier name. And there is actually a historical figure that, in a historical time period that I really, really like, where there is a queen who actually took the name Matilda after she had reached a level of power, but and anyways, there's a lot going on with it. It has to do with like European medieval politics, but it's something that like a lot of people would take on names based on when they rise to a position of power, especially if they were trying to relate to a people or certain things, and this was actually related to religion that this person had taken the name Matilda. Matilda also has to, the name itself refers to combat. And so it's something that, like, there is lore reasons for it, but actually, as a human, my original name, canonically, is Ortie Louillier, not Matilda Portier. It's Ortie. O-R-T-I-E. Which is actually the French word for nettle, if I remember correctly. Ortie Louillier. Yeah. Anyways, me rambling. Ortie. But, especially as a figure of power, I mean, even within that, it's like, alright. Instead, I go by Medi because it is now known as the Ghost Mare rather than the merchant's son who died at sea. But if you were to actually visit my grave in the ghost town, I mean, it would say Ortie Louillier instead of, Matilda Portier, so. I don't know. I'm enjoying, like, I've been working more on lore and just kind of nerding out. OMG, it's there, of course. Before it became a nightmare demon, I was actually killed. Does someone keep it clean? Yeah. Yes. Somebody does swing by and keep it clean. A very specific person. But I want to do some more, this is just turning into like a just chatting stream. I want to do some more I want to do some comics for it. Is it the person who made you the man in the first place? Yes, it is. It is. I definitely are. I gotta work on my current comic, but then also I want to work on the comics. Or I'm honestly, next stream might actually be me working on some lore. I think I should do an art stream and just work on some stuff. I want to do a character reference for him. Yeah, I know my Mettie lore. I read the Mettie wiki. Oh my god. The day that a fucking Ghosttownmettie Discord, wiki gets formed, that would be crazy. But I think probably next stream might be tomorrow. I'll see how I'm feeling. I'll do some drawing. I want to do Chrysos's character sheet, get more into the lore, get more into the characters, get more into the people around me, the ghost town, the background. Because I do want to actually upload a proper lore video, but I have to figure out how I want to do it. Do I want to do a lore video? Do I want to do comics? It's interesting. Character sheet? Yes. So you guys can have a better idea of... I mean, that's the thing is that, like, I've talked about this before, but in my own story, I mean, I'm still, like... To me, I'm just, like, the first antagonist of this guy's story, so... And then he's a longtime friend of mine, so that's cool. I like being not the protagonist of my own story. I think it's better that way. Please, I don't want that. Please. Yeah, but alright. Thank you to everybody who has come by today. Thank you to everybody who has chatted. And thank you to the VOD watchers in the future. My head is pounding. I'm probably going to take a medicinal bath, but everybody take care. If you aren't feeling well, take care of yourself, take it easy, and, you know, be kind to yourself. Drink lots of water. I'm trying. I have this giant teapot next to me that I've emptied during this. Drink some hot tea and rest. Yeah. So far the tea is not doing much, but I'm gonna drink some more tea. Yeah. Alright. Goodbye, everybody. I hope to see you again next time. Bye-bye.